It's no secret with the current Rona situation, the travel industry is taking a massive hit, from airlines to hotels, from cruises to rental car companies. No puns intended. The travel restrictions slowly being lifted, and also these companies are desperate for customers because the Rona situation isn't really solved. If these facts together they had a baby, this baby's name would be named Good Offers. Of course, taking these never before seen offers, you also make yourself vulnerable to the Rona situation. So as always, these videos are meant for entertainment purposes only, and to provide you information. What you decide to do with the information is completely up to you. With that disclaimer out of the way though, in this video we're gonna have a little rant about the best travel deals released in 2020 that is currently or has been available to Canadians. We'll first cover some of the crazy things Aeroplan as a program as a whole has gone through in the past few months, some of the crazy offers that came along with it, and also some of the hotel offers that you can maybe even include or bundle with these Aeroplan offers and build your own DIY bundle. Some of these offers either flew off the shelf really quickly or is expired as of right now, and depending on when you watch this video, some of these might still be available for booking today. So as always, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. If you're new here, welcome. Welcome to the channel. My name is Tony, and on here we talk about personal finance, sales, and entrepreneurship every single week. So if you're not yet subscribed, make sure you subscribe with the notification bell for videos every single week just like this one, and also hit like to support the channel. With that out of the way, let's cue the intro. What better way to start off a video like this one than with Canada's signature loyalty program, Aeroplan. And by the way, if you're not yet subscribed, you're gonna want to subscribe because we're gonna have a new video coming out on exactly how to maximize your Aeroplan miles when you redeem them. And it's so important because Aeroplan is a program where it's hard to redeem. Like, you can either have a redemption of the lifetime or have a worst redemption ever and lose all your points. So I really wanted to show you guys exactly how to maximize your value in terms of Aeroplan miles. Whether you have a lot of miles already, you're thinking of opening a credit card with CIBC or TD that gives you a lot of miles, or you have a bunch of American Express MR points that can be transferred to Aeroplan miles for a 1-to-1 ratio. Couple of months back, something called the Travel at Home program was released, which is now gone, no longer available. But it was probably one of the craziest promotions because what it was it allowed you to earn Air Canada status without setting foot on an airplane. Now, in the travel industry, this is unheard of. In order for you to get those statuses, you have to fly. You can't just open a credit card and get a status with Air Canada, for example. So all you needed to do with this promotion is to earn 50,000 Aeroplan points, and boom, you automatically have status with Air Canada. So what exactly does this mysterious status get you? Well, assuming you don't have status with them already, you're gonna get something called the Prestige 25K, and despite the complicated sounding name, this is pretty much just their base level status. It's a whole list of benefits that come with these statuses, but I'm just gonna list you some of the most popular ones and some of the I guess ones that matter, just to give you an idea. So number one is something called priority check-in. So it's pretty self-explanatory. In the future, the airports will get busier and busier, and there's gonna be more and more people. So having this status allows you to pretty much skip these lineup rather than having no status, saving you potentially hours of time. Complimentary check bag, which will save you money right off the bat. 2 Maple Leaf Lounge passes once the lounge does open back up, so you can go in there and have some coffee, have some food and relax before your flight. And you get priority boarding, which is actually pretty helpful. If you don't decide to ball it out in business class, you can arrive early just to reserve these overhead storage areas. And you also get a carrier surcharge waiver with Air Canada, which is probably the best perk out of them all and can potentially save you hundreds of dollars over the year. So basically when you book, especially when you book these award Aeroplan flights, they're gonna hit you with something called a fuel surcharge. But if you have status, this is going to get waived. Like mentioned before, you can transfer over 50,000 MR points to Aeroplan and instantly hit the status, or you can open a co-branded credit card which with one of their partners, CIBC or TD, and hit part of the bonus and get the status. And last but not least, you can actually buy miles, and that brings us to the number 2 point. You can actually buy Aeroplan Miles. When the promo was first released, they had this promotion where on the very first 10 million Aeroplan points sold, they're gonna give a bonus of 115%. For the first 100 mil, they're gonna be giving you additional 90%, and for the rest of everything, it's gonna be 65% bonus, and that equates to about 1.8 cents per point. Because of the massive traffic on the site during the opening launch, the point was pretty much sold out within 7 minutes, and some people, they were reported they can't even access the site, so there were tons and tons of issues because they actually got a bunch of traffic, way more than expected. So to apologize, an hour after they fixed it, everybody who bought the points at a 65% automatically got bumped up to 90%. So let's say you weren't part of that craziness, you were still able to buy points at pretty much a 65% bonus, which is about 1.8 cents per point before taxes. Now that is still pretty good, and considering half the point you buy will go toward the 50,000 Air Canada status thing, so basically 100,000 points later you have pretty much bought yourself Prestige 25k. And obviously, unlocking the Prestige 25k perk, you just unlocked all of the perks that we talked about earlier. Just in case you had trouble deciding what to use these points for or how to redeem them, Air Canada later released another promotion. So basically, any flights with Air Canada in Canada and US, you were able to get 50% the point back onto your account. So pretty much think of this as a 50% sale, and this is actually the best deal ever released by Aeroplan. But doing this or taking advantage of this offer does have a pretty tight timeline. It requires you to travel between July 1st to October 15th. However, just to help you guys understand how good this deal is, you're able to book a multi-city trip from Vancouver to Toronto, Toronto to Montreal, Montreal back to Vancouver, all for the low cost of 12,500 Aeroplan points, not including taxes and fees, which if you have status with Air Canada anyways, all of the big fees are going to be waived. If you have surcharges, you don't have to pay any of that. And the worth of 12,500 points, if you bought it with cash at a 1.8 cents per point ratio, is only $225. You can see how all of these 3 promotions falls into place really nicely. And again, just in case you didn't feel like traveling at that time, you don't feel comfortable, make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for the new video on how to redeem Aeroplan points more effectively. Now, personally, I had a lot of MR points, I still do, and I didn't decide to transfer it over at that time. Now, personally, I kind of regret not doing so because well, traditionally, right, with the travel industry, MR points is pretty much considered cash, which is king, and you pretty much never really transferred your points out unless it was for a occasion that you needed those points for, or if it had a really good promotion. However, until recently, has been many reports where people has been reported to be shut down by American Express. So basically, they're cracking down on people taking advantage of the system and unprofitable customers. I'm pretty sure I don't fall into this category, but it is scary knowing that maybe one day all your points could be gone. And don't let this scare you guys. the chances of this happening is extremely low, but it is possible. So that really makes us rethink on what we want to do with our points. If you did end up taking one of those deals, what about hotels? Well, not to worry, because Fairmont's got you, and it's got its hotel version of this. So pretty much it has something called Stay Close. It's pretty much a buy one get one free deal for their rooms. Staying at these award-winning properties for 50% off can be very promising, especially even if you're booking like a weekend trip, for example. Now, part of this promotion is now expired. However, another version of it is still out there, and as long as you book it very soon and travel before the end of the year, you're still able to take advantage of this. And by the way, if you have also the American Express Platinum card, you also get additional 8% back in value, and also this offer is stackable with Rakuten. Paired with the Aeroplan offer, it is a killer deal. Now the next offer is a honorable mention. Unlike the other offers, it is spun into a city, so I was hesitant to talk about this one, but I thought this was way too good to not talk about it, so here it is. Vancouver, one of the most expensive cities to live in, actually has a hotel offer that you can actually book right now at the time of the video. Going through Stay Vancouver Hotel's website, you're able to receive a Visa gift card at a value of $75, $100, or $125 in terms of value, which will be stated on the actual website before you book. Take this random offer I found, for example. So this hotel, 4.5 star, located in heart of downtown Vancouver, right? $146 per night, and you receive $125 in Visa gift card, which you can use to pay off the room rate, by the way. So your out-of-pocket cost is only $21, not including taxes and fees, which is ironically even cheaper than parking in downtown Vancouver. There's actually plenty of hotels to choose from with free cancellation, so I actually feel pretty good about this one. Sure, there are infinitely more good deals out there that I did not mention in this video, in which if I did this video would be 10 hours long and nobody will watch it. I really wanted to focus on Aeroplan, which is our signature program here in Canada, and also throw in some hotels in there. The Aeroplan program is definitely a lot harder than WestJet, for example, because say WestJet, every point, every WestJet dollar is pretty much equaling $1. Aeroplan is completely the opposite, right? Every point doesn't have a fixed value, but depending on how you redeem it for, you're gonna either get a good value or a bad value. So understanding the system really does help you out, guys, and being one of the Canada's signature programs, you can earn points really easily by getting those co-branded cards with TD, CIBC, and transferring them over from American Express at MAR at a 1-to-1 ratio. It really does help to understand it and book that next dream vacation. And so make sure you subscribe with the notification bell so you can be notified as soon as I post that video on exactly how to maximize your Aeroplan points and take it to the next level for infinitely more value. And as always, make sure you hit like. That would really support the channel a lot. Have a great day. Peace.